So Ortiz here, it is 3:44 p.m. April 15th, 2017. We're still looking at a Chembow Vortex. You almost, when you back out, you see like a donut forming in the sky. There's clear blue there, and then there's more stuff they're spraying. And they are just going to town. I've just been watching them lay line after line after line. They're trying. I still have blue. Not as much. A couple of things I forgot to mention in the other videos. You can take water. You can put your water on this. Leave your water there for 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Anyway, what happens is it charges it. It will throw negative ions in your water. Old Lab Rat had a little video where he made coasters. Really neat. So, there you go. Supposedly this is now ionized. We got one here. Might move it out. Maybe it's too close to the fence. I still have my little rose. We call this one Rosie. Little Rosie. Rose quartz. Trying to figure out how many loops I want to put up the side of this tall guy here. Made another one over here. I just whipped this one out. I tried to put some of those pink rocks along with the little rocks I got from Michael's. Otherwise, it's the exact same setup. I don't think I have as many loops. The other thing I meant to mention, yes, you can definitely feel like something. You can feel something. I need to put that one, kick one by the smart meter. Like I said, I'm playing with the idea of just digging down about 5 inches or so, sinking most of them in the earth, leaving the top exposed. Like I said, I got little squirrels and such. But anyway, I wanted to tell you about that. I wanted to give you the update on the battle here of the chemtrails. There's some little poofy clouds. You can see they're trying to be poofy. And what happens, the other thing I meant to explain. According to Ken Rolla, this takes the particulates in the air and doesn't like shift them over somewhere else. It actually carries them up and out of here through the stratosphere, off the planet. Imagine that. So you're fighting Fukushima, you're fighting chemtrails, you're fighting everything. Make these little organite things. Organite. I never heard of it until a couple days ago, and boy, I went hard, heavy research. I was ready to make buckets, and I'm glad I discovered I don't need to make buckets. These things are powerful. And I'm thinking it depends on how many times you wrap the coil up the side of the glass. Like, this is a pretty nice sized glass. And I'm thinking if I put 1 inch of coil, I should get like at least 10 loops, if not more. So we'll see. The hardest part is starting the little bottom coil. That's how I start it. Make sure it's going clockwise. And then I'd have to put the phone down, but basically I put the glass on top. Then I take the wire. This is after you've separated it from a braid, like this. And you wrap it around the outside, just to give it its shape. Then I take one of these guys, and I leave it in loop form, and I just kind of spread it out, stretch it. It's stretchy because it's coiled, you know. So and that stretches out on the bottom of the glass, and this, like I said, acts as a sink for the positive ions. Okay? And I use stainless. I'm not having much luck with these copper things. The other thing I wanted to address was, does anyone know how to measure negative ions? What kind of meter do you need? I've asked around. I know I need to research. I'm bad at going online and researching. I don't like leaving my little Google footprint. I like to keep Google guessing at all times. But, yeah, I still have the Chembow. Chembow is still in effect. We got number 4. I just whipped out number 4, but I don't think it's as powerful because I don't have as many of these, trying to get out of the sun there, of those copper loops there on the side as I did that other one. So I'm trying to figure out my spacing with that. But wow, look at that Chembow. You can see the striations. Looks like they laid a big one on top of me when I wasn't looking. But I think they sprayed that out there and it's just finally blew over this way. But you can see it's almost like creating, like it's lifting up. Instead of the stuff falling down, as you look out, it's being lifted up. It's being lifted up and out of here. That's what we want. Want it out of here. I'm also going to look into microbes that Ken Rolla was selling on his website. The guy in Japan invented them. They eat radiation. They eat aluminum, barium. You mix it with water and you spray it on your garden or in your yard, and makes everything more ornous. I'm learning all kinds of new terms. For instance, here's a good example of ornous material. This came down off the pine tree, and I hate to admit it, yeah, it came down in the winter, and here it sat, right? But look at all the growth that you have around these branches. And the old lab rat has some really interesting explanations as to what's going on with the field around vegetation like this that comes down and that you just leave. Like, I'm not lazy, I work a lot, okay? Okay? And yeah, so this is a good example of ornus in action. It's being formed and created here. So yeah, you gotta fight the good fight, keep the earth clean. You can see it's starting to get white skies. I still have my Chembow Vortex. Clouds are still trying to be poofy, and I mean, they came and just sprayed the ever-loving shit out of us. And this stuff, you can still see blue. I can see it blowing all this stuff that way. It's blowing some of the bigger ones. Chemtrail, I can see it over me, but I can see it breaking up. And I gotta tell you, I don't taste metal. Normally when they start doing this to the skies, I hightail it in the house. Watch some old westerns or something. But today, I don't taste aluminum in my mouth. Now granted, we have some pretty strong wind gusts coming through. So I'm gonna keep doing this. And I gotta make them fail. What do I have left? I think I just have 3 more glasses left. In the meantime, I might just start making little coils and throwing them all over the ground. That little coil really does something. But supposedly it ionizes the water, so you just put your drink on the coil and it will charge it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Charge! Have a good one.